Hello and welcome to our CPD guide for the sprint start. We're looking at the down start today. What we're going to do, we're going to take you through a step-by-step guide as to how we can slowly build up and progress our pupils from not knowing anything about the down start in the 100-metre sprint to excelling in the 100-metre sprint down start and even working on the drive phase. Today's session will be focused around this worksheet here, which is provided on the link. This worksheet will take you through your WALT, the WILF, it'll take you through some self-discovery tasks, step-by-step guide for peer assessment throughout the lesson, which we can revert back to. Hope you enjoy.
Okay, so the sprint start. Our first task on the sprint start, a little fun activity, came from the sports leadership course we went on a few years ago, rats and rabbits. As you can see, we've got down here, we've got the white cones. Okay, you're going to get into pairs. Okay, I'm going to ask you to go back to back to start with on the white cones. Within your little group there, you need to make a decision today on what level you're going to choose. We've got the red, the yellow and the green, and also the flag star level today. As we can see over here, the distance you will run, okay, is up to the red, to the yellow, to the green or to the flag level on there today. Okay, so the first activity will be students standing back to back. Okay, rats will be going this way, rabbits will go in that way, and on the command of the teacher, the student will perform the start just from a standing start in order to get to the desired cone. We'll have 3 more levels. Okay, get back in very quickly. We're going to have a press up start, and then we'll go, and then we'll have a sit down start. This creates discussion with the students to see which is the best position for us to start. Then we'll go into task 2.
Right, so now for the first skill task. What we're going to use is a pretty similar setup to the warm-up activity. You're going to have your set of white cones here in the middle, and down the bottom we're keeping the same 2 flags. We've got a blue coned area. All that's going to happen is, in the same pairs, pupil number 1 is going to stand up on that flagged area. Pupil number 2 is going to line up behind this line here in the start position. Pupil number 1 is going to be at the end with a stopwatch, and they're going to command, on your marks, set, go. On the go, pupil number 1 is going to sprint down to the end as fast as possible. Pupil number 2 is going to record the time. This is a quick AFL activity that's going to assess the learning at the start of the lesson. This will then be repeated at the end of the lesson to see what progress has been made.
Superb. So at the start line now, where we're going to go for our technique. As you can see on the sheet, you can get from our Twitter page. We've got our little bit of in practice help there, and we're going to help you to try and go through it. This also helps the children as well. Okay, so we've got our first activity on the front there, and our second activity now, which students in pairs, the second person on the white cone, will be using here to try and mould the student into there after we've gone through our first setting. So I'll just drop down there for the second. For our 6 points. So, in order to get into our sprint start, students have over the years have changed this a little bit, and we've actually made it a little bit easier for them. So first of all, we're going to put our right foot forward, then we're going to have our left foot just behind, our right foot comes sweeping across, and we put our fists in the air, and this goes down into our ankle. Once it's down to our ankle, our knee goes right next to it, leaving that perfect gap so we don't trip up. Okay, then we're going to have our wow. Our wow's going to come in now. Our wow's up to the top. We make sure we're going to have a big wow. Okay, and they go just on there. Okay, we make sure the student has their head over the line in accordance to it and looking down. We're then going to go for set, where we ask for their backside to be lifted forward, and then when the go goes, we then start to move forward. As you can see on that go, students pick their differentiated level with their partners. They've got the red zone in which they need to sprint to, we've got the yellow zone, we've got the green zone, and finally we've got the flag zone over there.
So once the basic technique has been explained to the pupils, we'll then refer back to this worksheet. Number 1s will be on the line in the on your marks position. Meanwhile, the number 2s will step forward. Using this sheet here, we've got the very basic technique in picture frames. So the number 2s will be tasked with looking at these picture frames if they need assistance and moulding their partner into the correct position. We'll give them 30 seconds to do that. On the back, we've then got a coach's clipboard. Goes into a little bit more detail. For example, front foot on the line with the knee, hand under the shoulder. body weight over the arms. As an extension task, we'll then get the more able pupils within the class to look at the drive phase. So with the drive phase, we're looking at that gradual rise rather than the straight pop-up. A quick example, we'll give them example number 1. On your marks, set, go. Obviously slower because I pop straight up. Example number 2, I'll show them a gradual rise, set, go. We'll then ask the pupils which one would make you go quicker in a race, why. Use Bloom's taxonomy to really develop the questioning within the lesson, and then get them to implement that into their own practice.
Set, go.
So here we are back at the original AFL task, coming back to it now at the end of the lesson to see the progression that the pupils have made. Now that they've got their sprint start technique correct, a few of the more able pupils within the class have even worked on their drive phase. And they're going to see where they've progressed and improved their time. So we'll ask them to get number 1 on the line with the stopwatches, number 2 stood 2 metres back from the line. The teacher will then command, on your marks, looking for that correct technique, right foot, right foot swings round, down, fist, arms up in the air with the wow, and set. Head down, set, and go. Looking for that drive phase, slow, gradual build up. Partners are then going to give them quick feedback as to whether they've improved or not, and then that's going to start off a phase of questioning. Reverting back to the worksheet provided, questions are provided there for them in relation to Bloom's, and it's going to ask them stuff like, why have you improved? What is it about the drive phase that has helped you to improve? How is the down start benefiting you rather than the up start? Simple questions just to initiate their talking.
Come to the end of our video today. Thank you very much for watching. Everything that we've done today, please do at your own risk. If you would like to get our card, please either tweet at JoeMac12 or look at our bio on the end of the video. Thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you again soon. Thank you.